Merci. Thank you. Thank you, my friends. Merci, mes amis. Now, thank you. Normally, one is supposed to start these things by thanking family and friends for putting up with my absences, with the long weeks on the road and the campaign. But that's actually not entirely right in this situation, because never before in a leadership has family and friends been such an integral part. And family wasn't just something I had in spite of this race. It was at the very root of why this race was so important to me. We did this together. Sophie, ma douce Sophie, merci. Merci pour ta patience, même quand tu étais impatiente. Merci pour ta sagesse, même quand tu étais frustrée. Merci d'avoir été une si magnifique partenaire de danse dans tous les sens. Et merci de m'accompagner, de me donner tout ce dont j'ai besoin pendant cette campagne et dans les années à venir. Xavier, Ella Grace, vous êtes jeune, mais vous comprenez déjà à quel point c'est important ce qu'on est en train de faire en famille. Et mon grand gaillard, ma choupinette, sachez que papa ne sera jamais, jamais très loin de vous dans tout le travail qu'on a à faire dans les mois à venir. Comediante. À mes collègues, Deborah, Karen, Joyce, Martha, Martin, Marc, George et David, et aux milliers de Canadiens qui ont collaboré à vos campagnes, je tiens à vous remercier et à vous dire, nous ne sommes pas des adversaires, mais des alliés. Votre courage, votre intelligence, votre dévouement continueront de faire honneur au Parti libéral du Canada. Et pour le travail qu'il a accompli pour garder notre parti en santé, je dois remercier du fond de mon cœur mon ami, mon collègue, un très grand Canadien, Bob Ray. Bob, we're not letting you off easy. We continue to need your leadership, your wisdom, and your unparalleled commitment to this country and to this party. Merci, Bob. This has been a great campaign. We're fiercely proud that it has been fueled by volunteers. More than 12,000 Canadians stepped up. Thank you for your dedication to making this wonderful country even better. And a final word, like every effective organization, this one has had principled, brilliant, and generous leadership. Katie Telford and Gerald Butts. My friends and compatriots, thank you for what you've done, what you're doing, and what we're still going to be busy doing together. Rob and Jody, George, Aidan, and Ava, thank you for lending us your loved ones. My fellow Liberals, it is with great respect for those who have stood in this place before me and great resolve to do the hard work required in front of us that I accept with humility the confidence you have placed in me. Thank you, all of you, for your trust, for your hope, for choosing to be part of this movement that we are just building. And on this lovely spring evening in our nation's capital, I am honored to stand with you, proud to be the leader of the Liberal Party of Canada. Je suis fier d'être le chef du Parti libéral du Canada. My friends, this is the last stop of this campaign, but it is the very first stop of the next one. Over the past 6 months, I've been in hundreds of communities from coast to coast to coast. I've met, talked with, and learned from thousands and thousands of Canadians. And because of your hard work, more than 104,000 voters have sent a clear message. Canadians want a better leadership and a better government. Canadians want to be led, not ruled. They are tired of the negative, divisive politics of Mr. Harper's Conservatives and unimpressed that the NDP under Mr. Mulcair have decided that if you can't beat them, you might as well join them. Well, we are fed up with leaders who pit Canadians against Canadians, West against East, rich against poor, Quebec against the rest of the country, urban against rural, and any other division that you can find in this country. Canadians are looking to us, my friends. They're giving us a chance, hopeful that the party of Wilfrid Laurier can rediscover his sunny ways. Hopeful that positive politics has a fighting chance against the steady barrage of negativity that you and I both know is coming soon to TV screens right across the country. Our volunteers actually tell us that the phone messages have already started. To adapt a sentiment from the great American president, Franklin D. Roosevelt, never before in this country have the forces of negativity, cynicism, and fear been so united in their hostility towards one candidate. So the Conservative Party will now do what it does. It will try to spread fear. It will sow cynicism. It will attempt to convince Canadians that we should be satisfied with what we have now. For at the heart of their unambitious agenda is the idea that better is just not possible. That to hope for something more from our politics and from our leaders, more humanity, more transparency, more compassion, is naive and inevitably will simply lead to disappointment. And they will promote that divisive and destructive idea with passionate intensity. They will do so for a very simple reason. They are afraid. But I want to make something very, very clear. My fellow Canadians, it is not my leadership that Mr. Harper and his party fear. It's yours. There is nothing these Conservatives fear more than an engaged and informed Canadian citizen. My friends, if I have learned one thing in this life, it's that our country is blessed with countless numbers of activist citizens from all walks of life and from all political views. And they have come out by the thousands over the course of this campaign. They've gathered by the hundreds in places like Ponoka, Alberta, and Oliver, BC, Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, and Île-des-Chênes, Manitoba. Canadians who thought they were sending community leaders to be their voice in Ottawa, but instead got only back Mr. Harper's voice in their communities. And we've seen the hopeful faces in crowds of Canadians gathered in Windsor and Whitby, Mississauga and Markham. Middle-class Canadians who are putting much into the economy and getting too little in return. We've seen hard-working Atlantic Canadians from Edmundston to Halifax, from Summerside to St. John's, who've decided that this is a government that does not share their values. And my friends in Labrador, I look forward to seeing you soon. We've met Aboriginal leaders from all across the country, from Kamloops to Wapmagustui, who are simply tired of being forced to the margins of this country, but with the courage to walk 1,600 kilometers through the teeth of a Canadian winter to make the point that they will be idle no more. Les francophones qui vivent à Shediac, à Sudbury et à Saint-Boniface et à partout au pays veulent que leurs enfants s'épanouissent en français. Votre détermination m'inspire et elle doit continuer d'inspirer tout le pays. Quebecers from Gatineau to Gaspé who want to re-engage with this country, with their country, who have no time for the divisive issues of their parents' past, but want to work with Canadians who share their values to build a better country for all our kids. Alors, je veux prendre justement un moment pour m'adresser directement aux Québécoises et aux Québécois. Vos témoignages, votre appui depuis les derniers mois m'ont profondément touché. J'ai tellement appris de nos conversations, de nos rencontres. Je ne prends rien pour acquis. Je sais que la confiance, ça doit se mériter et je compte bien mériter la vôtre, mais je suis confiant en l'avenir. Et je vais vous dire pourquoi. Les Québécois ont toujours été des bâtisseurs. De Champlain à Laurier jusqu'à aujourd'hui, ils ont activement participé à construire ce pays avec tous les autres Canadiens. Eh bien, notre tâche n'est pas terminée. Nous faisons face à d'énormes défis. Aider les gens de la classe moyenne à joindre les deux bouts, réconcilier la croissance économique et la protection de l'environnement, jouer encore une fois un rôle positif et déterminant à l'échelle mondiale. Pour les surmonter, ces défis, nous devons faire preuve d'audace et d'ambition, mes amis. Toujours de l'audace et de l'ambition. Mais soyons francs, nous ne convaincrons pas tout le monde. Il y aura toujours des sceptiques, des gens qui diront que notre pays est trop grand, trop rempli de différences pour être bien géré et pour que tous y soient bien représentés. Eh bien, mes amis, ils se trompent. Je ne prétends pas que ce sera toujours facile, qu'il n'y aura pas d'obstacles sur notre chemin, que nous ne devrons pas faire certains compromis. Le Canada est un grand projet inachevé et c'est à nous, avec tous les autres Canadiens, d'en faire le pays que nous voulons. Le temps est venu pour nous d'écrire un nouveau chapitre dans l'histoire de notre pays. Laissons à d'autres les vieilles chicanes et les vieux débats qui alimentent la grogne. Laissons à d'autres la rhétorique ultra-partisane et la façon dépassée de faire de la petite politique. Laissons à d'autres les attaques personnelles. Québécoises et Québécois, soyons à nouveau des bâtisseurs du Canada. Pour que notre pays soit à la hauteur des rêves et des ambitions qui sont partagés d'un bout à l'autre de ce pays, pour laisser à nos enfants un meilleur monde que celui qui nous a été légué par nos parents. Mes amis, le Parti libéral regagnera la confiance des Canadiens quand il leur prouvera qu'il est là pour les servir. C'est la tâche qui nous attend et c'est celle qui me guidera en tant que chef du Parti libéral du Canada. À la nouvelle génération de Canadiens et à tous les jeunes qui ne se sentent pas interpellés par la politique, j'ai un message bien simple à vous livrer. Votre pays a besoin de vous. Il a besoin de votre énergie et de votre passion. Il a besoin de votre idéalisme et de vos idées. Le mouvement que nous avons bâti au cours des 6 derniers mois, c'est le vôtre. Il vous appartient. C'est le mouvement avec lequel nous allons changer la politique. C'est le mouvement qui nous permettra de réformer nos vieilles institutions politiques, de faire de l'union, de l'environnement et de l'économie une vraie priorité et de jouer un rôle positif et constructif sur la planète. My fellow Liberals, Canadians are looking to us. This campaign has been their campaign, more than just ours. They want something better. They refuse to believe that better is not possible. They see the country their parents and grandparents worked so hard to build and want to hand an even better country on to their children. Canadians share deep values that cannot be shaken, no matter how hard this Conservative Party may try. Optimism, openness, compassion, service to community, generosity of spirit. We want to believe that change can happen. We want to believe that we can have leadership that will shape our best instincts into an even better country. But Canadians will not suffer fools gladly. Canadians turned away from us because we turned away from them. Because Liberals became more focused on fighting with each other than fighting for Canadians. Well, I don't care if you thought my father was great or arrogant. It doesn't matter to me whether you were a Chrétien Liberal or a Turner Liberal or a Martin Liberal or any other kind of Liberal. The era of hyphenated Liberals ends right here, right now, tonight. From this day forward, we welcome all Liberals as Canadian Liberals, united in our dedication to serve and lead Canadians. Unity not just for unity's sake, but unity of purpose. I say this to the millions upon millions of middle-class Canadians and the millions more who work hard every day to join the middle class. Under my leadership, the purpose of the Liberal Party will be you. I promise that I will spend every day from beginning to end, thinking about and working hard to solve your problems. And I know that you are optimistic about us, but cautiously so. You are, after all, Canadians. You know that hope is a fine thing, but that without an equal measure of hard work to back it up, it will be fleeting. So I know that you will judge us by the tenacity of our work ethic, the integrity of our efforts, and, come 2015, the clarity of our plan to make this country better. And that is as it should be. I've been lucky in my life, lucky most of all, to have learned so much from so many Canadians. To learn that above else in this country, leadership means service. I love this country, my friends, and I believe in it deeply. It deserves better leadership than it has now. So let us be clear-eyed about what we have accomplished. We have worked hard, and we have had a great campaign. We are united, hopeful, and resolute in our purpose. But know this, we have won nothing more and nothing less than the opportunity to work even harder. To work even harder to prove ourselves worthy of leading this great country. Sachez que ce que nous avons gagné aujourd'hui, ce n'est rien de plus et rien de moins que l'occasion de travailler encore plus fort pour se montrer digne de diriger ce grand pays. We should be deeply, deeply grateful for that opportunity. As your leader, I fully intend to make sure that we make the most of it. Change can happen. Canadians want leadership that will work with them to make it happen. So be hopeful, my fellow Liberals. Work hard. Stay focused on Canadians. We can lead the change that so many people want. A better Canada is always possible, et ensemble, nous allons le bâtir. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Merci tout le monde. Merci les amis.